Howdy, y'all. It is Thursday, October 6th. It's around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, so here's what's going on. This is going to be posted very soon. You'll be able to read it for yourselves. But the Reader's Digest version is I have had a lot of people. I mean, we're not a very big class to begin with, and I've had close to half the class ask for an extension on their video, their lesson study video. Okay, in and of itself, I understand. People get sick. It is what it is. However, this is teamwork, group work. So when half the class can't complete it on time, that leaves the other half of the class basically stranded. Okay. So do I say tough and, it's a timeline, you got to stick with it? Or do I use my professional judgment and all my different strategies and my DI philosophy to try and make this work for everyone? Well, you know which one I went with, B. So here's how this is going to work. To make this accommodation so that I could give you more time to finish your video and give your feedback to your peer, I had to push the actual signature assignment paper. So the big final signature assignment paper is now pushed to the Thursday of week 8, Thursday, October 20th. Your big final paper is not due till Thursday, October 20th. To make this fair, to give you more time to finish that, I had to pull back on the Prezi work, the final Prezi presentation, which recognize really is an important summation activity for this class. What I've done is I've rebuilt the rubric. That work is now only worth 10 points, okay? Because you've got less time to work on it, and I've pulled it back so it's not as much work as it was originally. Out of all your different Prezi presentation terms and all of this course, you're now asked 8 to 12. 8 to 12 specific concepts that you feel are the most important. Before you had carte blanche. Now it's only 8 to 12 out of all the terms, all the strategies, everything we've studied. There is a new rubric. If you have trouble opening it from the email that will go out with this announcement, know that it is posted multiple places in the class now. Okay, so, but the class still has to be equal to 400 points. So if I pulled back the very final assignment, made it less work and less points, there's the new Prezi rubric, I had to up the points on the signature assignment because now, all in, you've had way more time to work on this. The signature assignment rubric, the signature assignment is now worth 80 points instead of, was it 60 before? I can't even, oh, it was 50 before. That's right. The signature assignment is now worth 80 points. Nothing on the rubric has changed except for the point values. It's the exact same rubric for the paper. Same rubric, just different points. It'll look the same inside live text. Don't worry about the points in live text. It's the columns. Exemplary, good, needs work. Oh my goodness, we're in trouble. Okay? And we're all working for exemplary anyway. So, and I expect everybody to truly, you've got it, you can do this, you can do this. Remember, it's a reflection paper, so do go through these rubrics, okay? So the Prezi is now worth 10 points. The signature assignment is now worth 80. The signature assignment paper is now not due until the middle of week 8. Your Prezi culmination project is still due at the very end of week 8. Your videotape and your feedback to your peer or peers, depending on your team size, is now not due until the middle of week 7. Okay? So just, I know it sounds like a lot, it's a little confusing, but if you recognize what I had to do to be able to give you more time and still keep everybody on track, this to me, and believe me, I've spent way more time than I should have because I'm dying here. I got stuff to do, as we all do. Videotape, feedback to your peers. Not due now until the middle of next week, the middle of week 7. Middle of week 7, right there. Next Wednesday, October 12th. Okay? Videotape and feedback to peers. Not due until Wednesday, October 12th. You've got an extra handful of days. The paper, the signature assignment paper, that was due by the end of week 7, you now have until the Thursday of week 8. Right? October 20th, Thursday. And the Prezi, which is still due by the end of the course, has a new rubric, and it's a heck of a lot less work than was originally desired and expected. So, let's look at that super quickly. This is the revised rubric. What you still need to do before you finish your Prezi and turn this rubric in is you need to do a self-assessment on it. Look, there's not much space. I'm not asking for a manifesto. But what do you think you earned and why? So, what am I asking for? Content and course concepts. The Prezi incorporates and synthesizes 8 to 12. That's a lot less. You'll see the sample. The sample's huge. What most people have done in the past was somewhere around 20 to 30. 8 to 12. But I need you to clearly communicate your DI philosophy through what you're choosing. And make sure that embedded in this presentation, you also identify how you use all this in the classroom. All right? That's one. Media use is expected. We've had videos in the class. There's been images. There's been cartoons shared. All kinds of stuff. Not just text. Media use is creative and innovative. Along with text, there are at least 3 of the following. A relevant background, graphics, photos, videos, or hot links. Okay? So at least 3. So be mindful of the background you choose. What video do you want to add in, or a podcast or something? I want 3 different pieces of media embedded in your Prezi, not just text. All right? You do that, the final product is going to really clarify, again, your voice, just like I talked to you about in your papers. Your voice. Don't tell me just that the author says this. You can tell me what the author says and then explain why that's meaningful in your own voice. All right? We move down. It needs to be something that, as an audience member, I can follow. If it's a Prezi that's just a mess and I can't even get through it and it doesn't give me a sense of start to where we are now with your journey, deeper, 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 or higher, 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 your scaffold of understanding, again, all relating to your DI philosophy, we got a problem. The whole point of communicating, when we get down to it, is to share our ideas, our thoughts, our experiences, anecdotes. That's how human beings communicate. So I want to understand. Take me on a journey through your DI philosophy. There needs to be a sense of a journey. It doesn't mean it has to literally be steps. But I mean, I don't know if you've seen some of these awful Prezis where it's just people are randomly throwing slides all over and it's spinny and it's upside down and it makes you want to hurl. It doesn't take you on a journey, except maybe the emergency room. Okay? And then, last but not least, please double check. This is your final sayonara, going out into the world. This should be something you can share with people at your school site, with administrators, with peers, with the parents in your different classes to help them understand how you feel about DI. Yeah, spelling and grammar. Okay? So, this is now in the class. If you have any comments, questions, issues, ideas, or chocolate, I'm an email away. But again, I want to be very clear. This was not a decision I just went, oh, let's do this. This is a big move. I very rarely make a change this big But guys, it's the only thing that makes sense. Otherwise, everybody's going to end up with an incompleteness class, or your final big signature assignment paper is going to be so rushed that it won't be meaningful. And the number one thing I care about is that your learning is rich and powerful and meaningful for each one of you. So this is me applying my DI philosophy. Okay. See you online.